life is like a boss fight, man. You ever really thought about it? Like, every big life problem feels like a boss. Just tough, unpredictable, intimidating. But, and if you just keep working at it, you can overcome it. And you know, I started realizing that. I started playing this new game recently called Stellar Blade. It's not new, but just new to me. And Stellar Blade is a lot like FromSoft games, where you're basically just learning and trying to figure out what you're doing. And it's basically the same context, and it's the fact that you study attacks, patterns from striking and, you know, maintaining your life. But life can be some of the same. You know what I'm saying? You understand the patterns to make a better decision. You know what I mean? In life in general. And you learn your obstacles before reacting, because you've seen something so similar. You're like, okay, it may not be the same, but it definitely has the energy of that. So I need to be weary in some context. But you gotta also remember, you know what I'm saying? That stuff could be wrong. And failing a few times doesn't mean game over. It means you're downloading the problem. You're still downloading, trying to figure out what is the best solution for the update. Because you might have the information, you just need to revamp it. And basically, I would say from gaming and life in general, if you would compare the two, don't rage quit, man. Study the boss, learn the timing, or just go level up. But I would also like to make a few other comparisons. Parry, dodge, adapt. That's basically the real life skill tree. Hear me out. So basically, like in Stellar Blade, just like other games that has some countering system, you can say Sakura, you know, I guess every FromSoft game, but perfect parries. It's basically I got an advantage and I have to see what I can do with it. Doesn't necessarily it's brute force. It just allows you to react more fluidly and not have to think about losing out. Doesn't necessarily mean it will work, but it just increases your odds. And life's the same. Success isn't about constant attacking. It's about timing, understanding, awareness. You know what I'm saying? Things like stress, temptation, or even drama. As it attacks you, you can parry that stuff. Or you could just dodge it all together and just react smart. So basically, takeaway is stop spamming buttons. Learn timing. Stay patient. Master your reactions. So, I did say that I will be doing a lot of comparisons to life and gaming. I think it would be easy for me to use Eve's, you know, her situation in the game. And plus, I'm just a lot more into that story right now. But in Stellar Blade, you start to realize that Eve isn't just trying to reclaim Earth, she's trying to understand herself too. And the game's about rebuilding a broken world after, you know, all the chaos between the AI and the Tivos. Life's about rebuilding your world after loss and setbacks. Because even through all of that, Eve is still searching for an answer. She doesn't give up. You don't have to save the planet, just your own mental space. She wasn't just trying to save the world. She was really trying to also understand who she is. Because she's an android. And at this point, spoiler alert, androids have become so sentient that they feel feelings and they have more emotional attachment. And she originally does, on her primary mission, she is trying to help Earth in some degree. I mean, however you want to look at that. And through it all, also just trying to figure out who is she, what is she, why is she here, and you start to see that same decision, her going through all this conflict of deciding whether you'll fight for your future or let the nativas, which would be the negativity, the self-doubt built around things in your life from your mental space. You're gonna let that stuff win, or are you going to be the main character? So act like it. Next part, gauge up. Build your real life XP bar. In Stellar Blade, Eve builds her energy from gauges, also through smart play. In life, your gauge is built through habits, consistency. You know what I'm saying? Like small actions equal XP. You don't see instant results, but your meter's building, and it's feeling behind the scenes. And I guess you could say everyone is different, but don't waste energy on random battles. Spend it when the XP is worth it. So basically, track progress like it's an XP bar. Consistency over chaos. Now thinking about it, side quests matter more than you think. I mean, every life has side quests, right? Stellar Blade has side missions that reveal lore, upgrades, new skills, things like that. And a lot of games do that. In life, side quests equal hobbies, friendships, travel, learning. All that stuff shapes you. Main quests, career, goals are great, but side quests give you story, heart, something that you can not only tell your friends about, maybe even your kids. So, small takeaway, don't skip your side quests. Man, that's where you get your real growth and upgrades from. We all been here. The power of the retry. Dying in games is it pretty much sucks depending on where you at, but sometimes it does help you shape your understanding. And it requires you to act differently than you did before. Like most games, death isn't the end, it's just a checkpoint. You see that in, I guess, with Elden Ring. You don't necessarily always go back to the bonfire. You might go to one of the stakes. And when you go back to the stake, you have the decision of, am I okay with what I have to continue fighting, or should I come back afterwards? And life is the same. Every setback gives you info you didn't have before. Real pros die a lot. They just die smarter. So basically, another small takeaway. Every failure is just a small respawn. You just have more data than you did before. I guess this would be pushing me into the next section. Upgrade your mindset like a skill tree. So, going back to Stellar Blade, Eve earned skill points to unlock stronger moves, just like a lot of, other games. Your skill tree is built from learning, experiences, and mindset shifts. That's you as a person. You can't unlock everything at once, but let's think about it. Focus on your current build, your health, finances, creativity, etc. Stop comparing your skill tree to someone else's. Different builds, different play styles. So, long story short, pick your build and just grind your skills. And the next one, sometimes you never know. So, life has patch notes. So, update yourself. Every few months, games push updates, bug fixes, performance boosts, things like that. But when's the last time you did a personal patch? Remove outdated habits, upgrade your system, optimize your mindset. I mean, all these little things can put you in the path of projecting you to true growth. It may not always be about what you have, it's about what you do with it. So basically, small takeaway, don't wait for someone else to fix your code, update yourself. As I stated in the beginning of the video, life is just like a boss fight. And like most boss fights in every game, you end up fighting multiple bosses to get you to the final boss. And in every game, every great game, the hardest boss isn't the monster, it's the mirror. Now, in Stellar Blade, it's about reclaiming humanity, and in life, it's about reclaiming yourself. You're both the player and the enemy, and sometimes in certain situations. But beat your own version of your self-doubt, fear, and excuses. All these things will help prepare you for the future. So this final boss will be just another stepping stone. Once you conquer yourself, every other fight gets